So look at the board. We have some relations on given sets and we need to show which of these are reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Okay. First of all, you just look at the first one. Here my given relation is friend of. See, the relation is friend of. That in the sense, there is a relation between two persons if X is a friend of Y. What? If X is a friend of Y, then we say that X comma Y are related. So, and we need to check whether that relation is reflexive and about symmetric and about transitiveness we need to check. So, just think about it. See, X is a friend of X. So, everybody is friend of itself. In generally, we accept it, okay? So, if you accept that, some people may not accept, right? So, in generally, everybody is a friend of itself. So, I am a friend of myself. So, since everybody is a friend of itself, then it is very clear that it is easy to say that X is friend of X. Since it is clear, so this first one is satisfying reflexive property. Then coming to the symmetric. If X is friend of Y, then for sure Y is friend of X. Okay, you need to think in some positive attitude, right? So if X is friend of Y, then Y is in turn friend of X. It is clear, right? So that means if X and Y are related, then for sure Y and X are also related, and that's why we will say that this is a symmetric relation. And whereas coming to the transitive, see the relation friendship has to transfer from first one to the last one. For suppose A is friend of B, okay, B is friend of C, okay. So A and B are related with friendship, B and C are also related with friendship, and now we need to check whether A and C are friends or not. Okay, so as I told you, you need to think in some positive attitude. So since A and B are friends, B and C are friends, so for sure A and C also will become friends, and that's why here the friendship property is also satisfying transitive. Okay, right. So at the end, the relation is friend of is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, right? And then I have here the relation is brother of. So all these relations, friend of, brother of, all these relations are some persons, okay? Is brother of. Is brother of. Okay, we need to check the rule of the relation is brother of on a collection of boys, on a set of boys, okay? See, A is brother of A. Usually we don't say like that, okay? I am a friend of myself. That's a general statement. The people will use that sentence, right? But usually the people don't use that thing, okay? A is a friend of, A is brother of A. It's not an exact correct statement, right? If you accept it as correct, then for you it is reflexive, okay? If you won't accept it, then it is not reflexive. Generally, we don't say that A is brother of A. So, and that's why this one is not satisfying reflexive property. And if A is brother of B, then B is also brother of A. It's clear, right? So if A is brother of B, then for sure B also becomes brother of A, and that's why this property is symmetric. Then the next thing is transitive. Yeah, A is brother of B, right? B is brother of C, okay. Then what to say about A and C? A and B are related with brother, B and C are also related with brother, then A and C are also brothers, right? With that sequence, that means the relation is transferring from A to C, and that's why it is easy to say that the relation is brother of is also satisfying transitive property. Then C, you need to think it is father or grandfather of, okay? The rule of the relation is father or grandfather, okay? X is father or grandfather of Y, then X and Y are there in the relation, okay? See, we don't say that X is father of X. It is not correct, right? So, since X is father of X, X is grandfather of X, these statements are wrong statements. So, it is very clear that this is father or grandfather of is not symmetric, is not reflexive, okay? Then whereas coming for the symmetric property, X is father of Y, then Y is father of X. Is it right? Absolutely wrong. Since X is father of Y, then Y is son of X, is not father, right? And that's why symmetric property also fails for this. Then whereas coming for the transitive, as I told you, father or grandfather, okay? Just think about it. X is father of Y. Okay. Y is father of Z. Okay. Once again, X is father of Y. Y is father of Z. Then think about X and Z. For sure, X is grandfather of that Z, right? So and that's why there is a relation between X and Z. It may not be father, it is grandfather. Since the rule is father or grandfather, with that it is very clear that this one is satisfying transitive property. Okay? And the next one is equals to on real numbers. So I have real numbers. So the rule of the relation is equals to. Take a real number x, you say x is equals to x. Is it right or wrong? Take any real number and for sure it is clear that that number is equals to that number itself. That means for every real value of x, x and x are related with this rule, and that's why we say that is equals to on real numbers is reflexive. Then whereas coming for the symmetry, for suppose I have two real numbers x and y, if say x is equals to y. If x is equals to y, then for sure y is equals to x will happen, and that's why we say it as symmetric. Then whereas coming for the transitive means again we need to check for the transfer of the rule. If x and y are related, y and z are related. If x, y are related, you have x is equals to y. If y, z are related, you have y is equals to z. Here x is equals to y and there y is equals to z. If you combine x is equals to z will happen. So x and z are again related. So that rule is transferred. So transitive property also satisfies. Then the next one, less than or equals to on integers. Okay. See, for suppose if you take a real number x, that real number x is less than or equals to x. Is it right? Less than or equals to x is a correct statement. I have x and that x is less than or equals to x. It is not less than, but equality is also there, right? And that's why it is satisfying reflexive property. Okay. And the next one, coming to the symmetric, x is less than or equals to y. Then is it right? Y less than or equals to x? No. If x less than or equals to y, then we need to say that y greater than or equals to x. Since there is not such particular rule less than or equals to between y and x, so it is not satisfying symmetry. Okay. Whereas coming for the transitive, just think about it. X is less than or equals to y. Y is less than or equals to z. See, x less than or equals to y and y less than or equals to z. So x is smaller than y is smaller than z. Then if you compare, x is smaller than z. So the rule is transferred. So it becomes again a transitive property. Okay. Just you note this E. The next point, 13th one, I will start my discussion with E. I will give you detailed steps how to express the way of checking reflexive, symmetric and transitive everything in 13. And in 13 I will use this as my first problem. Okay. Right. Next, coming to this symbol on triangles. Do you know this symbol? This symbol is just simply similarity. Okay. The symbol similarity on triangles. Okay. Similarity means having same shape. Okay. Don't bother about size. If two triangles have same shape, then we say them as a similar triangles. Okay. Right. So triangle 1 is similar to triangle 1. Every triangle is similar to itself because every triangle with the same, they are the same shape. So every triangle is similar to itself. So reflexive property is okay. Whereas coming for the symmetric, triangle 1 is similar to triangle 2. Then triangle 2 is similar to triangle 1. Is there anything wrong? No. Since triangle 1 is similar to triangle 2, they are of the same shape. Since they are of the same shape, then if you say triangle 2 is similar to triangle 1, again it is a correct thing. So it is satisfying symmetric property. Then coming to transitive. Triangle 1 and triangle 2 are symmetric. They are of the same shape. Triangle 2 and triangle 3 are also symmetric. They are of the same shape. Then what to say about this triangle 1 and triangle 3? 1 and 2 are same shape, 2 and 3 are same shape, 1 and 3 are also same shape. So 1 and 3 are also similar. So transitive property is again satisfied for this. And the last one, parallelity on straight lines. So there is a collection of straight lines and we need to check the relation between two lines as parallel. as reflexive, symmetric and transitive. See, every line is parallel to itself. Is it right? Parallel means if they are in the same direction, we say it as parallel. Okay. So every line is parallel to itself is a correct thing. So we will say that this relation is reflexive. Then coming for the symmetry. So it is very clear. Line 1 is parallel to line 2. Then what to say? Line 2 is parallel to line 1. Is it right? If I say line 1 is parallel to line 2, then easily you will say that line 2 is parallel to line 1. So that means that x and y, if I say, you are saying that y and x. So the checking is clear. So it is again symmetry. Coming to transitive. Line 1 is parallel to line 2. Okay. Line 2 is parallel to line 3. Okay. Then what you say about line 1 and line 3? Also they are parallel. So and that's why it is satisfying transitive property also. Just have a look. And we check reflexive, symmetric and transitive properties for these rules, and with those rules these relations will become reflexive relations, symmetric relations and transitive relations. Among those relations, if you identify the relations which are satisfying symmetric, reflexive and transitive, they are mentioned as equivalence relations. Okay, so this is equivalence relation, the first one. And see here reflexive fails, here both are fails, here again 3 are correct. So this is again equivalence relation. And then here symmetric fails, for these two all are correct, and we will say that these two are also again equivalence relation. As I mentioned you in the last class, if a relation satisfies reflexive, symmetric and transitive properties, then we say those relations as equivalence relations. Okay, just have a look. At the end, this is the discussion of analyzation related to the reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Have a look. So R is a relation on integers, okay, such that an ordered pair x comma y is in the relation if and only if x less than or equals to y. Then we need to check on this R for reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Just as we discussed in 12e, this x less than or equals to y, less than or equals to on integers. Okay, the same problem here I have. Okay, I need to check whether it is reflexive or symmetric and transitiveness. Okay, first thing is reflexive. How to check whether it is reflexive or not? Just you pay your attention on the definition of the rule of the relation as well as the set. Okay, right. Reflexive. How can we say it as reflexive or not? So for every x belongs to z, we need to say whether x less than or equals to x or not. Okay. For every x belongs to the set z, for every x belongs to z implies x less than or equals to x is a correct statement. Is it right or wrong? For every x belongs to z, x less than or equals to x is a correct statement, and that's why we say that x comma x belongs to R. If x less than or equals to y, xy is there in R. If x less than or equals to x, xx is there in R. So for every x belongs to z, xx is in R. Therefore we say that R is reflexive. Okay, right, reflexive is over. Then think about symmetric. How can we say about whether it is symmetric or not? Yeah, to check about whether a given relation is symmetric or not, we need to start with an ordered pair. Okay, let x comma y is an ordered pair of the relation. Yeah, since we are taking that x comma y is in the relation, that implies x less than or equals to y as per the rule. And since x less than or equals to y, we say that y is greater than or equals to x. Is it clear? X is lesser whereas y is greater. So y greater than or equals to x. Since y is greater than or equals to x, then the ordered pair y comma x is not there in the relation. If y less than or equals to x, if first element is less than or equals to second element, that relations are included in the relation R, that ordered pairs. But here first element is not lesser, since first element is greater. So y comma x is not there in the relation. So x comma y is in the relation, but we won't get that yx in the relation. So not symmetric. Okay. So if you wish to write steps, you need to write in this manner. Okay, not symmetric. And the third one is about transitive. Think about transitive property. To check whether a relation is transitive or not, we need to start with two ordered pairs of the relation. So you just let two ordered pairs in the relation. Let x comma y and y comma z in the relation. And since x and y are in the relation, as per this rule, we say that x less than or equals to y. And since y comma z are in the relation, as per that rule, we say that y less than or equals to z. So x less than or equals to y and y less than or equals to z, if you combine, x is less than or equals to z. And since x is less than or equals to z, first element is lesser when compared with the second. So xz is again there in the relation. So xy and yz, if you take, you are getting xz in the relation. So it is satisfying transitive also. At the end, the given rule is satisfying, the given relation is satisfying reflexive and transitive, but not symmetric. Have a look. Just look at the problem. R is a relation having the ordered pairs x comma y such that 3 divides x minus y. 3 divides x minus y means if you divide this x minus y with 3, it gives an exact remainder as 0. Okay, that means the division is exact. So x minus y is a multiple of 3. In other words, we need to say that x minus y is a multiple of 3. And here x comma y are the elements from rational numbers, because this relation is a subset of q cross q. Okay, then we need to check for reflexive, symmetric and transitive relations, right? Yeah. And first thing, what we need to do? First, just you try to analyze the given one. Okay, if x comma y belongs to R for x comma y belongs to Q, then as per the definition, 3 divides x minus y. 3 divides x minus y means what? 3 divides x minus y in the sense that implies if you divide x minus y with 3, it leaves a remainder 0. And that means x minus y is simply 3 into something. This is the given definition actually. Okay. And now we need to check for reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So first thing is reflexive. Yeah, reflexive. So how can we say? For x belongs to q, for any x belongs to q, okay, x minus x is how much? For any x belongs to q, x minus x is equals to 0. Since x minus x is equals to 0, x minus x is equals to 3 into 0 I will write. As per this, since x minus y divides 3, we say that x minus y is a multiple of 3. Here x minus x is equals to 3 into 0. So that means x minus x, 3 divides x minus x. Okay. That means 3 divides x minus x. Since 3 divides x minus x, so it is very clear from there, x comma x is in the relation, and so we say that this is satisfying reflexive property. Okay. That's about reflexive. And the next thing is symmetric. How can we say whether it is satisfying symmetric or not? Okay, symmetric. For symmetric, we need to start our discussion with an ordered pair of the relation. So, you just start with your discussion with an ordered pair. Let x comma y belongs to the relation. Since x comma y is in the relation, 3 divides x minus y. And since 3 divides x minus y, it is very clear that x minus y is equals to 3 multiple, just like this, 3 into something. Since x minus y is 3 into something, then it is very clear that y minus x is equals to 3 into minus n. Just I am writing x minus y as y minus x, so that to maintain a balance, you need to use a minus sign on the right side. So y minus x is equals to 3 into minus n. So that means 3 into something, is it right? So from there again it is clear that y minus x is 3 into something. So yx is an ordered pair of the relation. So if I start with xy, then y comma x is also there in the same relation. So symmetric is also correct here. Okay, right. Then we need to check for transitive. So how can we say it as transitive or not? Transitive. For transitive, what we need to do? For transitive, we need to take two ordered pairs, right? You just think about it. Let x comma y and y comma z are in the relation. So that means xy is an element of the relation. So x minus y is a multiple of 3. Yz is an element of the relation. So y minus z is also a multiple of 3. So from there it is very clear that x minus y is equals to 3 into something m1. Y minus z is equals to 3 into something m2 as per this. And since x minus y is 3 multiple, y minus z is 3 multiple, you just add these two. This minus y and plus y will get cancelled. You will get that x minus z is equals to 3m1 plus 3m2. So 3 into m1 plus m2, 3 into something. And since x minus z is 3 into something, x minus z is 3 into something means again 3 divides xz. So from there it is very clear that xz is again an ordered pair of the relation. So xy and yz if are there in the R, then you have xz again in the same relation, and so it is clear that the relation is transitive. So at the end you just check the given relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So that means it is clearly an equivalence relation. Okay, just have a look.